Our objective for today is to demonstrate consistently the steps for riding a capsized boat without any assistance.
So today we are going to be learning about capsizing. Now, who here has seen Titanic? Right? We've all seen Titanic. Now, it didn't end that well for them. Why didn't it end well? Because they didn't know how to right their boat. So today's lesson is what Jack and Rose didn't know. So now we've seen some videos of what capsizing looks like. Who knows when your boat is most likely to capsize? What do you guys think?
When you rock the boat?
Okay, when you rock the boat. That's a good one, Jay. Alright, who else can think of an example?
Icebergs?
Okay. If you hit an iceberg, your boat might capsize, but I'm thinking of a more, obvious answer.
Windy?
Yes, okay, thank you, Katrina. When it is windy, your boat is more likely to capsize because there's more pressure in the sail than the skipper can make up for, so your boat will be heeled and eventually be over capsized like this. Good. Okay, now we're going to go over the steps of capsizing. And they're all Titanic themed, of course. So, the first step, the iceberg. This is what happens when your boat goes down for the first time. So, you heel your boat to leeward, and by doing this, your skipper and your crew are both going to stand there until the boat is completely over. If you jump off the boat too soon, your boat will go right back up. So, you stay with your weight until the boat is all the way over, and your sail is in the water, and then, once it's in the water, you let go so your boat doesn't turtle, which is when it goes all the way down. And that's a lot more complicated to learn, and we're not doing that today. So, when the sail is in the water, you let go. The second step, you jump, I jump, right? If Titanic taught us anything, it's that true love is really important. And lots of other lessons. So essentially, your skipper and your crew need to look out for each other. This is a very important safety fact. So, when you first capsize, you think, am I okay? Right? Am I on the life raft? And then secondly, is Jack okay? Or is my skipper or crew okay? Right? Because you guys are a team and you need to be looking out for each other. So that's the most important step number 2. The third step is getting ready again for riding the boat. So you want to swim the boat so the bow is in irons. Now who knows what irons is?
Kiss the air de metal.
Okay. Thank you to our foreign exchange student from Romania. Irons is when your boat is facing directly in the wind and your sail is luffing, right? So it makes it a lot easier when you right your boat because there's going to be no pressure in the sail. So that's important. So you swim your bow into irons, and you make sure that everything is uncleated. So you remember how when you're sailing along you might cleat the jib and the cleats on the side of your boat? You want to reach in and pop that open so that your sail isn't going to catch any wind when you right it.
What's the jib?
The jib is the sail in front of your boat. You know how there are 2 sails? There's this sail and then there'd be another one there. Right? Now that your boat is facing irons and you've got everything uncleated, so your sail is down here, you and your partner are going to never let go. Like Rose didn't do. So, you're going to see as in this picture here, this is you, you're wearing your PFD because that's very important. You reach both your arms up on the dagger board or centerboard, and you use your weight to make the boat come back up again. So, it'll depend on how heavy you are, how heavy the boat is, but you should be able to get 2 of you on there, and if you really need to, you can stand up on it. You probably won't need to, but essentially you just want to hold on until the boat comes right back up, and you don't let go until you're ready to sail away again. Which brings us to our 5th step. I'm king of the world, because how awesome does it feel when you are sailing away? So you want to bail all the water that's out of your boat, because you'll probably have collected quite a bit of it. You should have a bailer with you at all times. And then you're ready to sail away fast again. Right? So whoever's best at it, I guess, will get into the boat first, and they can help the second person get into the boat as well. Alright? Does anyone have any questions on the steps of riding a boat? Alright, so now we're going to recap the steps of our capsizing. So first, we've got everyone heeling to leeward. So that's you there. And you're making the boat tip over. Now the boat's over in the water like that. So you say, what do you say? When the boat is capsized, what's the first thing you want to check for safety? Katrina.
Timber.
Katrina, what do you want to check for safety? Okay, this is step number 2, right?
Am I okay? Are you okay?
Right, so first thing, you make sure that you're okay. Second thing, you make sure that your partner is okay. Yes, safety is
And your
important.
crew.
Yes. All right. The next step, you've swam your boat into irons and completed the lines, and you right the boat. How do you right the boat? Never let go. That's right, Vlad. Good job. And then finally, bail and sail, and you will be king of the world on a boat like Leo. All right, so now to prove that you understand how to capsize, I want you to demonstrate to me. So in pairs, you guys are going to go through. I want you to give me an example of how to do all of the steps properly, and then a second example where you do things that you're not supposed to do. So I want you to remember the steps that we talked about, and I'm going to cover up the board for this. And then I'm going to cover up the board, and so I want you guys to think about the things that you shouldn't do. So let's just brainstorm really quickly. What are some things that you don't want to do when you are riding a capsized boat? Jay.
Don't dance.
Okay, that's right. You want to let go of everything as soon as possible. Another one. That's right. You want to make sure that your skipper and crew are both okay. And Katrina, do you have a final one for us?
She wants to say don't take off your personal flotation device.
Good, thank you.
But
Sail.
Good. So, I want you guys
Don't
to
do
remember
like
the
sailor.
things that we have to do, and then you're going to demonstrate it, and you'll have a couple minutes to think about however long it needs to be. You guys can think about that. And it shouldn't be that long, but I'll give you guys a couple minutes. All right? Great.
Our boat is capsizing. Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no! What do we do now?
Okay, good. So,
It's a turtle.
Vlad and...
Teacher, spit it out.
Okay, so, good. Vlad and Jay held on to the boat for too long when they were heeling it to leeward. So, what happened is the boat turtled, which is not what we want to be doing today. So, for those of you who didn't quite get that, the boat was like this. Then Vlad and Jay capsized it. They held on too long and it turtled. Okay,
It's good.
very good, guys. That's definitely something you shouldn't do. Okay, now, can you guys demonstrate the proper steps for... You can just say them, actually. Just, now that the board is hidden, you guys can just go through the steps that you need to do. Alright, take it away.
Am I okay? Are you okay?
Good, that's a
I'm
very important
okay.
one. Safety is
Are
very
you
important.
okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Good, but you don't want to waste too much time checking for safety, so a quick, I'm alright, are you alright? Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so then you move on to your next step. What's your next step?
Now we swim boat into irons. Unclean lines.
Good. That's right. It's important to make sure everything's uncleated and your boat's in irons, and then
Don't
You
let go.
get up into the centerboard and daggerboard and ride it.
Right.
Good, and then you're good to...
Sail away.
Good,
into
good.
the moonlight.
Alright, good work, boys. Okay, next group. Okay, Katrina, you're up. Show us what you shouldn't do when you are trying to right your boat. Go ahead.
I need to right my boat. And, oh no, I didn't get the iron. It sailed away.
Right, okay, so that's why it's really important to make sure you put your boat into irons first. Because if not, your sails can catch wind and sail away from you, which is obviously not ideal at all. Really good job, Katrina. Okay, now can you go over the proper steps of how to right your boat? Again, without looking at the board, which is covered up.
Am I okay? Are you okay?
But wait, is your boat capsized?
Yes. I
Okay.
right sided.
Right, because you go to the
Right.
leeward side and you lean down until your boat capsizes. Good.
Then I check for the iron.
Okay, so you want to swing your
Unclean
back.
lines.
Yes, and you swim your bow into irons, remember, which is the direction that the wind is coming from. Right? Okay,
Right.
good. And then next
Hold
thing,
on to the dagger.
right? Dagger board, like you'll never let go.
Center board.
So if this is your dagger board, you can literally just grab onto it and not let it go, right? So like it'd be sticking out of the boat like this,
Right.
and at that point, you'll right your boat. Good,
And then bail and sail.
good. Like you're the king of the world.
You drops it.
To recap again, great job everyone with your demonstrations. So you're going to be heeling your boat to leeward until it's in the water. Then you want to make sure that all of your lines are uncleated, and you will then swim your bow into irons. Hold on to the dagger board until you bring your boat back up. Then you want to make sure that you bail all of the water out. And by doing this, you will avoid the Titanic situation. Great. Good job, everyone.